Well, I told everybody to be quiet. We was gonna see how long it would take you to
All
get
right.
your paper off of me. Why your paper? Get your napkin off of me. You see your napkin right here. Thank you. Get these stuff off of me, man. Stop playing with me. How's everybody doing today? Welcome to a special edition of Extra Toppings. Shout out to E, taking care of personal family responsibilities. Hope all goes well there. But also shout out to Goddess. She's dealing with family things too. Also, she's not feeling well, so hope everybody's feeling better. So we wanted to, still keep y'all, entertained
I'm
and
in the festivities.
festivities. What time of the year is it?
It's
Nobody
Christmas.
celebrates Christmas no more. We just spend money. We don't know
No.
why.
Well,
I
then
don't think we
Christmas is every day for me.
Christmas is.
Sure.
That's true. That's true. Now, I mean, does really Christmas exist anymore, or
Yeah, it
is
does.
it more structured around like just the spending? Like, does anyone like, oh, Merry Christmas? So it's like run out and spend money. Like I think everyone puts
Look,
more.
Christmas was always about gifting. So,
No, it was right. It was about gifting, not receiving.
I apparently over here nobody gifts or receiving.
Ooh,
Yeah,
crazy!
nah,
Everybody gifts and receives over here.
hell no.
No,
No. I've learned the hard way. You do parties, nobody, everybody shows up empty-handed. Nah, I don't.
everybody supposed to buy you nothing.
No, everybody. If it's a birthday party, you gotta show up
Nope.
with. Yes,
No.
unless you told them not to.
Oh, I don't talk to people.
I'm just saying.
I don't talk to people.
I'm just
So you
still.
believe that holiday? That it's still the whole Christmas thing
I believe in it. Like, I feel like you are supposed to gift people.
during Christmas.
Yeah, once a year.
I think it's more to me personally. I think it's more of a for the kids. You know what I mean?
It's
Like
not about the. I'm still a kid. Shit.
you may look young, but get your ass out of
I
here.
don't
with
care.
that
I'm still a kid.
shit.
I'm that kid.
So if I buy you a bag of candy, you're good for Christmas.
No, you're buying me something.
Yeah, a bag of candy.
It's not gonna be candy,
Why
but
not?
it's
You
going
said
to
you're
be
a kid.
something. I don't care. You
Well,
don't buy
you
kids
can't.
candy either.
I do.
You buy them toys. You buy them clothes.
When the
Buy
last
me
time you see
clothes.
buy toys?
Well, buy me clothes. Buy me shoes.
Clothes,
That's fine.
shoes.
Jewelry.
I don't know.
I'll
I
take
don't know no
everything.
place that sells to clothes and jewelry.
Tools at Home Depot.
Oh man! All right, so again, we're gonna got some topics we wanted to hit y'all off with. So we didn't want to go the whole weekend without giving y'all something. We're working on a lot of things in the background. So I understand you're used to seeing us a lot more and a lot of other different shows, but we're never stagnant. It's not who we are. We're always working on doing better, bigger, and I said better, so better and bigger. So keep looking forward to that. So, but we wanted to give you something this weekend, and we made sure we moved stuff to the side to do it. So we're gonna get in here and out of here because Michelle has something to do. So we're gonna get her out of here as quick
I
as
got a
possible.
text already.
You got a text already? All right, so you know what we do here at Extra Topics. If it's your first time here, this is where we talk about things that we like, we feel it's important, or something just hot topic in the media industry
Or
now.
exciting.
Or exciting, right? And what we do is we put our little twist on it. Something we our own flavor, the way we like to do things. So first up,
I'm scared of your flavor now.
my flavor. Well, I tell you, black white thing, boy. I tell you. All right, so first topic.
Oh Lord.
Again, we do things a little different here, but we're going to talk about this. Now, a lot was said, even by us, where this young lady here, who supposedly was coming out bashing R. Kelly, her family was so excited with the words that were being said by the alleged
Jocelyn.
Jocelyn here about how she She has wisened up. She no longer wants to be a part of that Art Kelly craziness that's going on about being trapped and all kinds of other things. And lo and behold, she finally releases a video. Now, the video claims that it wasn't her. Someone hacked her account. Now, it's easy for someone to go on and because those you are in the social media, like Offset just got hacked.
Yeah, but
So people are getting hacked, and I mean, I remember even the Kardashians a couple of times have gotten hacked. Other artists have gotten hacked. So her words is she got hacked. Someone jumped into her account and started putting a whole bunch of different words.
no, it's a different account. Somebody created a different account.
Right. So I mean, you still
Not
have to have
not
her
her
personal.
past account or anything
Well, you
like
still have
that.
to have her personal information to kind of create something.
Well,
here.
it could be.
Or someone who knows. I think it's someone who knew her, or whatever.
She
came out
must
with
have
it.
shared some information because it feels like
Somebody was close to the. We're gonna get to that in a second too, because someone just moved out.
oh yeah,
So I don't know. Maybe she
Azriel.
created it. Maybe she did. Maybe she didn't. But the main thing was like this was R. Kelly's ride or die. She's been with R. Kelly since she was like what, 17, 18?
16, I think.
I ain't going there. But she's been with them. The family wants her back. And she came out and she still said, "This is my story, ride or die." She said, "I can't wait for his day in court where everyone's going to actually be able to hear the truth about what's going on and that everyone's claiming that, you know, we're being kept against our will, we're being this, we're being that." She claims it was all false.
My whole thing is, if you're going on air to say a story or to say something, why use your phone to read the whole time? I couldn't even read her body language whatsoever. All she kept on doing was like, because me and Azriel, we're actually safe, and it's like
Well, I mean, when we're,
it's
when
like
we're
a
talking
lawyer just wrote
well, I mean,
everything for you.
what's different between that and a publicist? A publicist is a person who writes everything down for you anyway, and especially as sensitive as the whole trial and situation is, I would prepare a statement for her too, because by her words you could tell, ain't like she was raised in a place where she had proper etiquette. So if she's going to prepare something, I would prepare. Well, read something. I would prepare for her also. But a lot of people were saying the fact that she alleged started coming out and speaking upon things is because since he's been locked up, money and stuff hasn't been flowing like it used to. So money's starting to dry up. So this is part of the reason why she finally wanted to part ways from
That's
Art
not what
Kelly.
she said.
Right, which is what she's coming her own words, not
I mean, when she put the phone down, she just went at it.
Yeah.
I couldn't understand one word what she was saying.
Well, that's what I said. That's why they
I
prepared
was
that
like-
for her. And I think she just couldn't take it no more
Yeah.
and just had to let people
I
have
would
it.
never turn my back on him. I was like, ooh.
Well, see, that's the thing I always say. Like, I understand some people saying it's control of mind, this and that. But I always go back to saying, like the young lady's upbringing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know, grow up, daughters want their father's love. Sons want their mother's love. And I always say, depending on the bond you've had with your fathers, depending on the type of relationships that you're going to find and that you're going to have throughout the course of your life. So it always borderlines around that whole situation where what you're going through. But I've never. I mean, I haven't heard, she hasn't come out saying anything about getting punched in the face, dragged, starved, all the other things. And even though Azriel moved out.
Yep,
She
Azriel just
still-
moved out.
right, she just moved out.
She's in California now.
But she still didn't say anything bad about R. Kelly. She
No,
just
no,
said
she
that
said she's
wanted
still
to-
supporting him,
She still supports him.
and
she
she's just
wants
doing
to-
her own thing.
Right. She wants to move on. And,
Apparently, for real, money is tight.
well, I
So
wouldn't
she
say
gotta have to come up with some kind of idea on how to make her own money while he's in jail. I mean, he ain't coming out.
He is.
He's not coming out.
He'll be coming out.
Okay, when he's like 105 years old.
Oh, I don't think it'll be that bad.
Okay.
Because first of all, you would.
Okay.
I mean, no one's.
Listen,
It'll
we
be.
shall see. But I'm saying, remember when I told you, me and you were having a conversation about him and Aaliyah too. I told you, watch, something else is gonna come up from this shit, and it did. So, I'm just saying, I think there's more, and there's gonna be more people coming out for with certain things. It's just a matter of time.
Um, I think the only people that would have came out have came out. You have a lot. I
They're
think
not
more-
out yet, and I'm
Well,
telling you,
I'm
they're
saying
gonna
this.
break.
I would think. I would say this.
They'll break for money.
I think this will be the hardest one to break. One, she's from what I can see, and I could be wrong. She's the youngest, so I would think his hooks in her would be a lot more firm than it would have been in other young ladies who have gotten older over the course. Because I remember Sparkles, R&B artist. She dealt with R. Kelly. She talked about the whole control, whatever situation may be.
I
but
remember
it was
hearing
just,
about her.
but it was just more lines of, hey, she was young at the time, she was hot, the lust and all that stuff was there, and this is R. Kelly, and again, every year you get older, and then they find somebody else new, and it was like, okay, well, he's not paying attention to me like he used to pay attention to me, so now I'm mad and bitter.
I don't know.
So,
I'm just
I
gonna
mean-
sit and wait.
The man's sick. I ain't say the man ain't fucked up in the head. I truly think he is. I was over here looking, and now the man has sold over 75 million records. They were saying because of his IRS issues and problems, he's he's worth a couple of $100,000 from being worth multi-million dollars to a couple of $100,000.
So how
Now-
is he living in the Trump Towers? Is my question.
Well-
Did Trump just give him his residence for free?
I'm not sure about that, but I was also trying to see here about his publishing. They're saying Universal Music Group once owned Kelly's catalog over 10 years ago, but his music is still. His music's still being played.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's people posting on Facebook. He's done. He is done. But the music, people are still gonna continue buying
that
his music.
Step, and
He has some.
he's great. He may not be the most school-educated person, but when it came down to actually music and overall talent, the man
He
is
has
phenomenal.
talent. I mean, he has talent in many areas, like how to abduct women, how
Hey, if the
to
parents are signing them over,
how to bribe families, how to.
you call it bribe families. Hey,
Mhm.
like I said, if the families,
I do.
If the family's signing,
If you find
signing
if
them
you
over.
if you find a family that's broke, and you look at their daughters and they're gorgeous, and you dig into that, and you help them financially and build a relationship, but yet you're fucking with their daughters, I think that is called trafficking. The same way people are seeing trafficking, this is the same thing.
All right, so let me ask you this, because you're from overseas. You were born overseas.
Mm-hmm.
What's different than arranged marriages? What's the difference? Because a lot of these women for arranged marriages, they're not 25, 26, 27 years old. These young ladies are very young. So they're frowning down upon R. Kelly, where parents are willingly agreeing with some parents are willingly agreeing with certain situations, compared to I don't want to pick a culture out, but I'll say like an Indian family who marries their 16, 15, 13-year-old daughter off to someone else's family because they're rich. Or
Yeah, do I agree? I don't agree on that either. Like, it's
so I'm
like,
saying, you're saying human trafficking, but
but human trafficking is different than being promised to somebody, okay?
how? Just
Okay,
because
so-
you promised it, it's just still a person.
Okay,
You've
so
never met this
most likely in countries like that, in my country it doesn't happen, but in most countries, from what I've been reading, how they promise is like, you and I are neighbors. You had a daughter and I have a son, almost the same age, and because we have this big huge bond that we are neighbors, we watch each other, we become, even though we're not family, sometimes it could be family too, which
Yeah,
is
there was
really
a lot
nasty.
of incest going on back in the
but
days.
but I'm just saying, like, that's how they kind of arrange it. That it could be miles away, unfortunately. Like, I have somebody that I know that I work with who's in a situation like that. That's devastating.
Well, I mean, that's the whole thing about it, and I'm familiar with the situation. But then again, this is a person who doesn't want to do that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you have, I
But I'm
understand, like you're
just
saying,
saying,
the whole.
human trafficking is a person sees this girl, this boy walking the street. Oh, I know so and so, he needs an organ. Or I know so and so who wants a boy just for fun, or a girl. Okay,
I
you
mean,
know
it's
what?
more
I'm
lines
going to
of.
make money. Now, he, instead of abducting the kid, he goes to the family, finds the family that's
Family
got
signing their
no
kids over.
money, has beautiful daughters, and be like, okay, let me make a porn, with you.
And they sign, and they
Hey,
signing the kids over.
and they signed the kid. They
Right, so
signed
that's
the
not
kids
I-
over.
Human trafficking to me is like
No, but it's
doing
like the
something
same. It's
against
a
the will.
business.
Oh, and unfortunately, you do have, because even like in other foreign countries, when the family has a daughter, they have a party and they celebrate
Oh yeah.
because they know that this is going to be the breadwinner.
Oh yeah, and they're gonna bring the money for sure.
Especially in, I mean, no disrespect, but especially in Thailand, where a lot
Oh,
of
really? In
these
Thailand? I've not.
big time
I had
lawyers,
no idea about Thailand.
a lot of these big time lawyers and these doctors,
I mean,
they
I know
fly
that.
over there to have sex with underage girls, and it's because that country has different laws. So they fly over there and they have sex with these 12, 13-year-old girls, and again, the family is using their child as that kind of way to fund the into other parts of the family. It's sad.
Yeah, I can. I don't think I can.
Well, I mean,
I
not
don't
everyone.
think I understand
Not
any of
everyone
that
does
shit.
it, but
Sorry.
unfortunately, that's how people are brought up. And why we have this beautiful young lady up, and I'm kind
Hallelujah.
of mad that this was brought up, especially because this is a young lady who never. I don't think anyone has ever said anything ill will about this young lady. She was just that great of an aura. And I remember one time when the Locks was at their biggest. And they were saying, like, hey, she came over and introduced herself like, I'm such a big fan. Now, this is this mega beautiful superstar come over to little old us and talking about how much of a fan she is. And she just was that genuine of a person. But to, unfortunately, what you have to do when it comes to laws, you have to continue to assassinate the person's character. Now, what's the first thing that happens when you see a black person getting arrested or any kind of person getting arrested? The first thing the media wants to talk about is his criminal record. You have to talk about drug use and this and that. So you have to take this pedestal and continue to chop it down to where you bring it down to earth or below us. So when we try to convict this person, you're already looking at this down, at this lowly person and be like, they're nothing. So we're pulling shit out of the woodworks now, and we're talking about his, which we all know they were married, but alleged marriage
It is.
with
It is
Aaliyah.
for sure.
And the fact that a fake ID was used.
And he purchased. But I had told you this prior, before they ever mentioned this. I told you, like, how is it possible if she actually did get married? How is it possible to get married unless she didn't have a consent of a parent? Because I know that certain countries, the parents can sign it if
Yeah.
they agree.
Well, certain states in the country, I think it's 16.
I'm not sure if it's done here, but in my country, if they want to get married, the parents have to sign. I mean, so who signed? And then they said, oh, there was no signature. It was a fake ID. And I told you, they're going to get him for that fake ID. And you're like, oh, no, that's a long time ago.
Well, I mean,
Watch.
of course, they're going to continue to beat him down because, here
There's
at
more.
the age,
There's
remember,
more coming.
She was 15.
there is more coming, and I already
She
know.
was 15.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
And they got a fake ID, and this is how they were able to actually get married. Um,
I mean, they say they really loved each other,
what, all right, I'm sorry.
but I'm like, what does a 15-year-old
Well, that's
know?
what I was about to say. Like, I'm not. No, I will say this. I do
I mean,
know.
I heard the whole story by that ugly man that was talking about how, oh, he kind of knew, but he wasn't sure. You know, you knew.
Well, I think it was more lines of. I'm like, I think she was
Pure evil.
like the other young ladies. Once you have, I always tell people, as long as you have the gift of gab, they call it, or this mouthpiece here. Like if you're good with words, you can move mountains. It's not all about the finances, you know. It's all about, but if you can converse very well, and I think he gets to the point to where these young ladies just like they ooze into him. They just look and they, oh shit, this is Art Kelly, and
I mean,
he's
that's what
paying me attention.
That's what I got
And
from
he's-
the show that I watched about him. He's a very good,
He's charismatic.
yeah,
Chas- that word, I'm sorry.
charismatic.
Right, there we go.
And I think there's more to him. Besides, I mean, they said he's not smart, but the way he puts music together is just amazing.
Well, I mean, it's just like they talk about, you know, we always make fun of Floyd Mayweather about the
Oh,
fact of
no,
his
him.
lack of reading skills, but when it comes to business,
yeah, he's
he's pretty fucking
Yeah.
smart, you know. But I just wanted to go.
I hope they do give him some time, some jail time. I don't know how much I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't mind having him locked up for life, but that's not me. That's got to be from the state, the people, I there's a lot of fans. Look, I don't hate his music. I don't hate him. I just think he's done a lot of inappropriate things, and a man, especially with kids himself, and he's not even taking care of his own children. It's sad. It's simply very sad.
Well, I put it like this: Floyd Mayweather is worth $560 million.
Oh yeah, and he's only worth like a couple of thousands. They are saying.
Well, I don't know because
I don't believe that.
I
shit.
believe this man has hit his money.
Oh
well.
hell yeah, he knew
Because
what's
especially
coming.
he's been running into problems with IRS, and you know
He might have put
the
a
first thing
bunch
your-
of money in the other girl's
yeah,
name.
First thing you do when it comes to first thing your lawyer is going to do is train you or
Yep.
put you in ways to where you know how to hide money. So that's why I
sadly.
always say the first payment is always to the lawyer, not your mortgage. First payment is always to the lawyer. But I do want to say this. Unfortunately, some people of color continue to believe that they are above the law or they are not put into the same pot with other black people because they are successful and they do have a certain amount of money. But what I want people to understand of color is the moment you cross the line in their eyes, they're going to treat you like R. Kelly. They're going to treat you like Bill Cosby, who's 100 years old in jail.
Oh, he's still in jail. Oh wow, I don't hear about him anymore.
Well, you're not going to. You know, he started going after the wrong people around election season, and they opened the floodgates on him. And then everybody started coming out to work, and now all of a sudden Weinstein, and he's, oh man, my back hurts so bad, but he's still walking around. His back wasn't hurting when
They should
Angela
cut his dick.
Jolie was sucking his dick in the motherfucking what's today. So, I do want to, like I said, I want to say this. I want y'all to be very, very understanding and what's going on, and don't ever forget. Just because you have a lot more money in your pocket than the average black person, that the moment you slip up, they will bring you back down to motherfucking earth in a fucking heartbeat. So, well, more we hear about R. Kelly, the more we'll continue to talk about it. But I want to talk about now something that disturbed the living shit out of me.
Oh Lord, I can't.
I've seen a lot of things in this life, and not very disturbs me to the point that this shit here disturbs me. Okay, so if you maybe younger got people, but anyone of my age knows this is Trayvon Martin, and this is George Zimmerman, and this man, that man killed this young man who was wearing a hoodie because he thought that he had a weapon in his hand,
Had a bar of chocolate.
and it was a bag of fucking Skittles.
Or, yeah.
So Zimmerman has been through his own little hell. I'm not gonna sit here and say that everything's been rosy for him because it hasn't been. He's been looked upon in a lot of bad light and different things, which it is what it is. But this man has filed papers to sue George Zimmerman's family.
No, his name is not John Zimmers.
I said George Zimmerman.
Yeah, he is Trayvon. He's suing.
He's suing. He's suing Trayvon Martin's family.
Yeah, but you said
I apologize.
okay.
All right, so George
I'm
Zimmerman
like-
is suing Trayvon Martin's family for $100 million
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. They will not give it to
and
him.
damages. Let me make sure I read this right because this shit.
It's not gonna happen.
Can't make this shit.
I read it and I threw up. So
Yeah. George Zimmerman is going after Trayvon Martin's family, claiming the defendant. They defamed him and created a conspiracy in an attempt to convict him of murder.
mhm.
And I'm going to stick to that for a second. We need to understand that he was exonerated. He was not found guilty for killing Trayvon Martin because of the color of his skin, and he has started a benchmark of what other police officers have started doing, and that's I was feared for my life. And that's their way of getting out of everything. And I was watching Facebook about a mother talking about her son and how she worked for the police station. Some of her family members are police. Her son was always raised around police officers. And her son was killed running away from a scene. And he was shot in the back. So I don't know how feared you are for your motherfucking life that you got to shoot somebody running the fuck away from you. But we're always using that I feared for my life scenario, and I think it was benchmarked here. Are you bothered? Like, does this shit disgrace you? Are you bothered by it?
I think after this case that he's gonna try and take a shot at, I think the government should take his papers and send him back to his fucking country.
He's a
You know, it's where you treat your peoples with like animals. You can go treat them in your country, because if you had not been educated enough, I think this is really difficult even for me. Like when I was reading it and I was like, but wait, the boy wasn't the boy that went for the candy, and I had to like go back to what had actually happened.
right, perspired.
So I think that he was also in a chase after he was not convicted. I think he did something else with the law.
Well, he had a lot of things, drunken,
So
DUIs.
that's what I'm saying. So like, why don't you pack your bags and go back to your country?
I think. In
No, I'm
situation-
that serious. Like
No, I
for
understand
real.
I understand what
Like
you're
because
saying.
it's really like annoying because like him, he shouldn't even get a green card or a citizenship. They should take him. Okay, you didn't find him guilty, but he killed somebody. So you killed somebody, we're going to give you immunity. Okay, it was a self-defense. But in this country, you can't live here anymore because no matter where you're going to go, you could be with white people. They're still going to say, yo, this guy's going to kill some motherfucker. I don't care. Even if he was in my neighborhood, I would say that. And if my whole neighborhood was white, I would say that dude killed a boy and he's going to kill my boys.
Well, that's how you look at it. Um,
Oops.
I do
I'm sorry.
wanna, I do wanna,
Ooh, babe.
oh, you gonna have to hold it now. I do wanna, look at the whole, yeah, I told you, you got to hold it now. The,
Messed up.
I just hold the mic. The whole, um, double side or two-sided situation here. Now, this is a man who was found innocent, and similar but different. I want to see if you feel the same way about it. Now, this is a man who was found he wasn't found innocent, so he wasn't found guilty, and now he's suing the family. Now, let's look at OJ's situation where he was found innocent,
Yeah, but that's
and the
different.
family still sued him even though he was found innocent.
That's what he. I think that's how he got the idea. To be honest with you,
Do you think that's how it came about?
that's what I think. I think he got the idea from that shit. But I'm telling you, I don't think he's gonna win the case.
Well, I think a lot of this is stemming because of HarperCollins, an author who did a book that went kind of like deep into this situation, and maybe it's bringing up old wounds and it's bringing a lot of things that were buried. And I guess he feels to himself he needs to be exonerated.
Okay.
I will say this:
Good luck.
you were fortunate to, whether it was right or wrong, to get a second chance at life, and you haven't done what you should have done with it, which was turn a complete 180 and try to better your life or situation and let people see that it was a simple mistake, and every action you've done leading up to that makes us believe the complete opposite. So I will tell you to burn in hell, and you'll get everything you deserve.
Uh,
You know.
Justice is not for everybody here.
Well,
So,
I think everyone gets justice. I just think it's a different way, unfortunately. All right, let's keep it moving. We got three more. We're gonna get up out of here. I wanted to talk about this,
hmm.
and it's a great thing that Michelle is here because I'm black and Michelle's white. And we date.
Really? We are? We're black? Are you black? I what?
I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. All right, this is a topic that I thought would be phenomenal for us to talk about, being an interracial couple. And you have an NBA basketball star
Mm-hmm.
who, well, he's not the only one, but you know that's what's being talked about
He's
now.
one of them.
He's one of them where he actually is catching flack for marrying a white woman.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on this?
Um, well, I actually today didn't feel like talking about it, but we went to the mall earlier and about to buy pair of pants, and I went out of the fitting room and said, "Babe, what you think about these?" And he's like, "Oh, I like them. Yeah, babe, they're cute." The lady, who was a black lady, if she had a knife come out of her eyes, she would have slit my throat like this and put my head on the floor. So how do I feel about it? I feel disgusted because unfortunately, love has no color. I feel people are judging the wrong subject here. It's equal. It's both ways. If black people don't want to be um, looked at or called anything, I think they should embrace one other side of the race, and the same goes for the white people. Stop it. It's not that time of the year anymore. Those days are over. Just remember how many people stood and walked just for everybody to have equal rights, from women, from black people. Just I just feel very embarrassed. Like I get this all the damn time. No matter what I do is good enough. We could be joking and a white lady will just give him that look, or a white man goes like, listen,
I think the favorite was the white couple. I mean, a mixed couple at the job. He's like, huh? It caught him off guard.
yeah, at the job.
Yeah.
I mean, we like to joke. We we're cool together. We're fine. We don't need you to tell us what, or you don't need to look at us. You don't want to look at us? Don't look at us. But I'm not doing anything wrong that you have not done.
Right.
You fucked, I fucked too. Okay? It don't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter. So what is wrong? This lady went on. This lady wrote a thing on his Instagram.
Right.
He just wished his wife a happy anniversary, and she said something to him, and he turned around and called her a bulldog. Okay, everybody's like mad
Well,
about
not
it.
his wife's. All right. What
The
happened is
lady that put a
right.
comment, then he turned around and put that. He answered the lady as her being a bulldog. The
Well,
lady,
what he's-
not
alright.
the wife.
What's allegedly one of his fans says is that she only married him because he's an NBA player. I want to say this: just as much as you have white parents telling their white daughters to stay away from a black man, black parents
impossible.
tell their black sons to stay away from white women, and what parents fail to realize, the more you tell your child not to do something, what they're gonna do.
They're gonna
The
go for
exact
it.
opposite what you told them not to do.
Yep.
And unfortunately, people are so smart they fucking stupid. But what happened is the comment was, I bet she's the only one in her family that dates a black guy. Stay woke, my guy.
And then he answered her.
So he goes by and says, so I should just settle for a bulldog and act like I'm unhappy in my life and preach. Keep it in your race to the world as if Dr. King didn't die
But that's
for
what
equality.
I'm saying. He called a black lady a bulldog.
Listen to
He's
what he's
like,
saying. He
should I-
didn't say it like that. The way I'm taking it, he said it. It was like how dogs are loyal. You do what you tell them to do in all the situation. Because he didn't go and say, oh, so it's like, so should I settle for a bulldog and act like I'm unhappy in my life? Now, he didn't go after her. I mean, obviously, she could take it however she want. She went at him, and that's
But that's what I'm
unfortunately
saying.
how
Whatever,
people-
I'm feeling that he called the lady a
Well, I
bulldog.
feel you.
So, I mean, I don't care what he called her at this point. It's his life.
Well, that's the thing. What I want people to understand is like a lot of people a lot of people love to say the things they want to say and do the things they want to do, and they don't want to deal with the consequences that come with it. So
Yeah.
she wrote it, and I guess she thought it
He's
was
not
just
gonna answer
He's not
her.
going to answer, and he went in on her.
And he went
So
at her.
he also goes on to say, as if Dr. King didn't die for equality.
There you go. There you go.
You know,
I mean, look, it's still a touchy subject in this country. I understand the whole concept of, I'm still learning. I will never get it.
well, they said a lot of people got it mad at Patterson because they said a lot of people took the bulldog comment as if him attacking
The lady as a bulldog.
the lady
But
as
that's
a
what I'm
bulldog.
saying. Like, at
But
the
that-
same time,
he didn't say you're a bulldog. He said, and he's commenting her life. But I will say this: if you don't like to date outside your race, don't. See how
exactly,
simple
nobody's
that
going to
is?
tell you what to do. I
Don't.
mean, don't.
And you don't have to deal with what you don't want to deal with. But unfortunately, everybody wants everyone else to believe and live their lives like the other person has.
Yeah, it's sad.
It's
because
sad, you know.
You can't predict anybody's happiness. It doesn't really matter what color, what. I mean, hey, if you're happy, I'm happy for you.
If
Shoot.
it's true love, I love it. If because you have a lot of, and what we're not talking about is a lot of these women of color getting pregnant by superstars just to get fucking child support. Not talking about that. Or same race, different races. I would say that as long as if they're in love and it's genuine, I wish them the best. I want them to be happy. Knock yourself out. Congratulations.
Yeah, happy anniversary.
Happy
to you, Dad.
anniversary. But I will say this because I do a little dumb shit online one time, a lot. And because we're online a lot, we talk about a lot of different things. And I had brought this to Michelle's attention, and it was a piece where you would be amazed of how many superstars are dating outside of their race.
Oh yeah, I saw that clip. You
I
had like a
mean,
bunch
it
of them.
would. I was folding for about a half hour before I found a player who was actually dating inside their race. So I will say this: I think a lot of different people grew up in different places, like different things, and as long as you like it, so be it. We got two more. We'll run through this one. The last one we're gonna stick a while on because it's fun. Look, she's smiling already. All right, so this is a former head coach.
Does
Now
something
an
happen to her
assistant.
face?
Huh? I don't know. Now assistant, still in the NBA.
He rich.
I want to talk about this. Well, his father is basketball legend, NBA champion. But I want to talk about this, and I want to see, especially as a female, how do you feel about it? This is a woman who accused Luke Walton of sexually assaulting her in the elevator by forcing himself on her, by kissing her, by touching her genitals, her breasts, and making her feel his erection. And she filed papers. And all of a sudden, now she took those papers back. So what I want to ask is, what's more than likely is these two settled out of court. But I would like to take settling out of court in this situation when you're crying forcedness. Person touching you without your consent forcefully to me is rape. I don't give a fuck if it's dick into the vagina or not. You know what I mean? You're forcing yourself on someone, that's rape. Now, if we take the sideness out of it, because what's happening is a woman's accusing a guy of rape, and then they settle out of court and it's quiet. Similar to the AB situation with the NFL player, with someone he knew, someone they had sex before, and then all of a sudden now he forced herself on her right after she hit him up. All right, I need so-and-so amount of money. He said no. All of a sudden he raped me. So what I would like to do in situations like this to help false rape cases, because the people always post it online. If a woman accuses a man of raping her and it's false, should she go to jail? You motherfucking right. And the reason why I say, I remember back in the days where a woman will call a man, her husband, the nigga she fucking a heartbeat, call the cops because the cops will come and arrest that man. Until the cops started arresting both parties. You don't see those motherfucking cases anymore. So you have a lot of people that'll say shit just to put a person in a bad situation or just to get a payday. So what I'm asking you, should a woman, once she goes out and claims that a man raped her, take back and say, no, I don't want to press charges anymore?
Well, she a liar. One, she's lying about.
So you don't believe it actually happened?
No.
Okay.
From what I read, is she invited him. She called him and invited him over to where she was at. This incident did not happen in an elevator. It happened onto the side, on a side section of the hotel.
Okay.
So she's claiming he leaned onto her to kiss her. Okay, he leaned onto you. You're this big, and he's 6 foot.
I think
So
6'7", 6'8".
I think he's
He's
6'6",
very tall.
if I'm not mistaken, and
He's
she's
taller, 6'8".
5'3". So you're telling me,
Is she that short? Shit.
yeah, somebody was saying 5'3", 5'5". Even if you're 5'5", you're still short. For a person who's 6'7", 6'6", that's a whole foot there. You didn't get away. You didn't
He's
kick
6'8".
him.
He's 6'8".
You didn't kick him in the balls.
It was easy to get to.
So I'm trying to understand. Like I'm really trying to to try and envision this whole thing. I think she pulled out because he must have known a lot more than other things about her. And I think maybe they did settle, but I think there's more to the story. I think maybe
Well, I
they
mean, she
had
has
been
settled.
together prior, but she had called him and invited him. She was the one that started it.
Right.
So to
he's
me,
worth 16
you're
mil.
a ground. Okay.
So
That's
you
what
think
I
it's
said
money-
right
it's
away.
money
I didn't
driven?
look at the money,
Right, he's
but
worth
I was like,
16.
cha-ching, he's white, he's in the NBA, wherever field. you
Former
are.
player.
So,
Now
okay,
coach.
you have money.
Yeah.
This chick wants your money. She might have asked him, hey, can you do me a favor? I might need some money. Okay, can you come meet me?
Well, this is what I'm saying. In situations where
That's
you
what I
have
think.
someone who's looking for a payday, because the last thing, and look at it, the last thing a man wants to be associated with is any kind of female abuse
But
in
then the
sports
saddest
now.
thing is,
Like the running back slapped his own wife, and he never played
he
sports
can't
again.
play sport. This is
Right.
what I'm saying.
And-
And, she
and the problem
forgave
is
him.
career.
And she's still with
Well,
him.
sorry. At the time, now mind you, they went together. I think they were together since high school or college. They've been together forever, ever. She spit on him, whatever the situation. He put his hands on her.
Yeah, she
and then
spit
she
at
still
him.
married him afterwards.
Yeah.
Case to me, case closed.
I mean, what I'm trying to say is like, okay, now this is going to look bad on women that are really actually
Well,
being
this is what I'm
sexually
saying.
abused
If we would
by
take-
players or
Well, if we take
famous.
that whole, you can't. If we take that whole, you can't take back.
I think she should be in
It
jail
would.
for
Well,
it.
I mean, things this. If we get to the point to where we start holding women and men accountable for false accusations of this magnitude, and
Then
we
she
hold them
should be.
accountable.
Yep.
And how many people? Oh, I lied. I apologize. He didn't
Yep.
touch me.
Yep.
And they done 6, 7, 8 years in jail.
Yep.
And one of the things you don't want to be in jail is a rapist.
Yeah, no.
Not in jail, homie. So to be associated, affiliated with situations like that, you know what I mean? It would hurt your career. Fuck day. Fuck job.
Yeah.
Like what other
And your reputation.
right? What
and,
other person
you
would
know,
want to ever be
He
associated
seems like a
with a
humble
coach
guy
who's a
from what
rapist?
I've read. He does a lot of charity events.
Well, I
and
mean,
he-
shit, a lot of criminals do charities too.
But I'm just saying, like,
I
but if you,
don't
if
feel
he
that
didn't
rapey
do it,
vibe from him.
I didn't feel it either. Like
I don't feel
think
that rapey
she's
vibe from
she
him.
lied about the whole
And
situation.
this is why I say I would love. She dropped her suit. Okay, why you dropped your suit? If it was just for the money, then it shouldn't be
she
affiliated.
should have
with,
asked him for a loan.
Well, no, I'm not saying that. To me, if it's about the money to get a job, we shouldn't confuse actual criminal acts with people who are trying to get financially help. Like this is a lot of women's reparations. You know, all right, I'm pretty,
crazy.
I'm attractive. He's a super multi-millionaire. I'm gonna say this motherfucker touched me and get paid. He
Yeah.
don't want to, because a lot of men do it. A lot of men will settle out of court because they don't want to be associated with rape or being forced on women like this. And I would think sooner or later this law needs to come up, and I guarantee you a lot of these cases
Will stop.
disappear because these young ladies with these false allegations aren't going to want to go to jail behind it.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
okay,
sad, though.
why are you doing 5 years? Oh, why I say this guy touched me when he didn't? Yeah, good
Yeah.
luck. So, change this law, fellas. Change this law. She's smiling already. All right. To my favorite. Look,
Ain't
she's-
nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Look at her
There
face.
is nothing wrong with that. And I don't want to hear any guy say something bad about it.
Shit. You got niggas who jealous or I will say this.
listen, I said
Nudity.
I,
You see that?
He ain't got no
Nudity.
damn nudity.
That's
I
what
don't
they say,
see.
nudity.
That's a lie. What
This
is going on?
Hey, he's showing his shoulders.
So what?
That's
Even
nudity.
the game did it.
You can see.
The game had what?
You can see his knees. That's
I mean,
nudity.
look, I love the game. Hey, if you ever, just hit me up. Just let me know when you're around.
Hey, she
That's
got
it.
hit her up.
Listen, what I'm saying is, when you go on Instagram I've seen you on your Instagram when you're scrolling. How many women are naked? Their nipples show. Their vagina is like
See the
you could
print.
see that
Right.
that print. Nobody has put those pages down. So what is going on?
I think because he is a
Oh hell,
darker.
no, well,
No, I'm saying he's a darker complexion guy.
I
I
don't
think
know.
if he was
I-
light skinned, this nigga dick is on my head.
like
if this-
he is wow. Like
And this-
God bless you, man.
And
for
this is what I'm
whatever-
saying.
I
He's
hope
a
you use
young,
it.
he's an attractive guy.
Hell yeah.
And he's
Shoot.
been catching flack over this. And his whole case was this: I wasn't even fully hard. That was
But
his
have
thing.
you
I
seen
was
the
semi.
games one?
Why would I
The
look at
g-
another nigga's
I'm no,
dick?
but I'm
No.
not saying I'm just saying.
But no man's looking at
No,
no
I'm not
heterosexual
saying that. I'm
is
just
checking
saying
another
he
nigga
also,
dick print out.
but he also
The
had
game
his.
did another photo like this, right? And it was.
I mean,
and the thing about it is, you have a lot of these.
I mean, when I got the
guys-
text,
Well, that's the thing,
I
and then it
was like,
exploded.
"Wow!"
Every girl, did you see this? Did you see this? Did you see this? And this is what guys are going out doing now.
And I give him props because he is not stopping the Twitter off the hook. He has been tweeting about it and Facebooking about it
Well, I mean, this.
on a 10-minute,
grand scale,
20-minute
yeah.
basis, which is this is how you cross a point. If a female can show, okay, I love Cardi B. But I've seen pictures of her naked. She has a G-string up her ass. Her ass is out, right? Her vagina, you could literally see everything from the clitoris to every single side to side. And her breasts too. And nobody is saying anything.
Well-
Nobody has flagged them.
It's a man's world. See, men want to see asses and titties. They don't want to see another nigga's dick.
Sorry. But
And
there's people
it's not.
like
It's
them.
not fair. It's not
It's
fair.
not fair.
It's not fair. Because
I mean,
here's
I
the
was like,
thing.
hello.
I've looked. I'm on Cardi's Instagram page right now.
I'm actually going to add him once they bring him back. Yo,
She said, "What's the break? He got banned."
they better hurry the hell up because a lot of people are going to boycott Instagram.
Yeah, that ain't never happened.
Trust me.
But I'm looking at a photo right now of Cardi B twerking and her ass cheeks.
Yeah, and, her
they
cheeks
just
are going like
bouncing.
this.
Yeah. So
And it's cool.
and it's actually ass
Tell me
cheeks.
how much. Tell me how much hits she has.
On that one, all right, let me tell you right now. She has 161,000 views on that, and that's light.
Okay. Okay.
Actually, let me go ahead and see, because there are a lot of individuals
Come
out
on,
here
guys.
that
For
take it a
real?
lot further.
I think it's more of a personal situation.
Well, I see you have a lot of men who aren't confident in themselves.
So what? I mean, hell, he said it was not even fully erected.
That's
I was
how you
like,
do it.
Yo.
My man said, "What? You mad at this?
I was like, hello?
I got a lot more to go than this."
Hey, we're waiting.
But that's the sad thing about it. I will tell you this.
Well, his physique is
Well, I mean, this
amazing.
Is, what I say about this is a man who he's an artist, and how many artists out here really take the time out to put the work in the gym?
I mean, he doesn't look like he has those fake plastic inserted in him to
Well, I
make
mean,
the
he's-
abs.
I remember when
You can tell one of his abs is a little, and the bottom is a little offish, but he works out.
Yeah, puts some time
So
in the gym.
hello, like there's nothing wrong with that. Like if he's proud of what he's having, why not? Why not? Like that's why I have one of my friends on Facebook. I'm not going to mention the names. And he takes pictures naked, holding his private part. Some people have deleted him. That's fine. Go ahead. I'm not deleting him. I'm a human. I'm going to look. I'm going to tell him, hey, good job on your body. I don't care. I'm not going to come and sleep with you. But, hey, if this is how you feel and you love your body, go. Do it.
I'm on Instagram now, and I'm looking at chicks with pretty much no clothing on.
Okay. Nudity.
all.
Completely nude.
Yeah, I mean, ass cheeks out.
I've seen ones with
clear
sheer.
sheer with
Yeah.
the nipples
So
and
what
everything
is that?
showing.
What is that?
And there's no nothing being said about that. I would say this. I think it's because it's the complexion of his skin.
What's his name?
I forgot his name. The singer.
Not
Wallow?
Derulo.
I forgot. He sings that song. He got some hits under his belt.
I just
Yeah,
go boy.
there you go.
Ain't nothing wrong. Like I tell people all the time.
Well, I mean, here's,
Like
here's
I'm
the thing.
not
People are
sleeping with him.
Well, here's
By
what-
far, I would not want to be with a skinny guy and muscled like that. I'm not into that. But he has a beautiful body, a really, really, really nice body. Hello.
Well, I mean,
He
it
has a
said he
nice
puts the
body.
time and
Sorry.
effort in. But again, like I said, I think it's more line of longs of his complexion. I don't
Exactly.
see anything. They have
If he
white
was a
guys
white
that
guy-
do big dick
Shit.
pics. I think even light skin as
I didn't even
Drake
think about that.
has done a dick pic. I wouldn't say dick pics, but they've done.
But I'm telling you, the
Prince.
game he had one too, and they shut him down, and then they
And-
let him and then they opened his Instagram again.
So I'm right, and it again, this is just basically showing you, you're letting, because Instagram is owned by Facebook, you're letting these people create the kind of news that they want to create. This is the same company that, how many people have constantly died on live? This is the same gentleman who allowed a lot of other things to happen and issues and problems. I think you guys got to get your shit together.
Yeah, like
It's not
stop
all
being
about-
picky. Don't
Well,
pick
it's
and
not
choose.
picky. You could always tell when certain things are being run by men.
I think it's a race also here. It's a racist situation here
You
too.
know what I mean?
I don't care.
It's you have a lot of dudes.
I'm
who would
white,
be
so
like,
I have the right to say whatever the fuck I want
Who
to
is
say.
this dude showing his anaconda? Or I don't have an anaconda. He can't show his anaconda. Listen, fellas. You can't have it both ways. And I still say to this day, with you artists who has all this fucking money, what you guys need to start doing is create your own Instagram-ish, Facebook situation. Start cutting these middlemen out the fucking way, yo.
Yeah.
Stop allowing these individuals to control what you are and not able to do. And as artists, fellas, y'all guys need to. His name is Jason.
Jason Derulo.
Yeah, y'all guys need to start taking.
I'm
a
going
lot
to
of
follow you. Sorry.
your power back. Let's
don't
see.
care.
He's worth 10 mil.
Hey,
He has over 30 million records sold. He's been doing songs for about 5-6 years now.
yeah, he's got it together.
Right. So
He really has.
take your 10 mil. Somebody else look at what Jay-Z he's done.
Yeah, I mean,
He started
his wife,
he
everybody.
started his own
empire.
faction, his own media source.
Mm-hmm.
Stop going to for everyone else to do. Don't be afraid to step out on your own. I think I think it's Mac Wild. I forgot the gentleman's name, but he was so much money he wasn't even signed to a record label.
Sad.
Start taking your power back in your own hands, fellas. If Instagram want to shut you down, you got enough money. Start your own fucking website.
He has the perfect name too.
Well, see, that's the thing that we because we've talked about this before. Because there was this big thing about, I think it was 8-9 years ago, where I think it was 2020 or CNN, they had a very big HR person come in. And the HR told you the race of every fucking person just by the name. And the fact is goes to show you, and even to my sister, her best friend, he's a Jamaican guy named Vladimir, who got hired because they thought he was Russian, and then tried to fire him when they found out he wasn't. So a name is very fucking important. And the fact that he has a name that can go through a lot of different races,
Shit.
and you don't know. So again, take your money together, create your own. Stop making Instagram and Facebook
Keep working
and what's the name, gazillionaires. Start your own, man. Start your own, and you won't have to worry about not being able to post your junk on your own site because
Your junk.
people would, you can put your own 18 viewers, be advised or whatever, and whoever goes on
People
there.
are
lies,
stupid though. But
you,
come on
what's
now,
the
like if everybody, if they're fair, the whole Instagram will shut down. Because some people have feet fetish and they put feet. You might not have that fetish, but it's a fetish.
Oh, definitely. I love
So it
shoes.
should be shut down.
Yeah. Well, I mean, see that's
Some
the
people
whole thing.
have hand fetish.
Again-
So all the nail salons that have their Instagram should be shut down.
Good point. But again, I think it's his complexion. He's not just a black
he's
man.
a very
He's
handsome.
he's a darker complexion person.
Yeah, he's got it together.
and he's young, and I don't think it's bothering him like
Not at
everyone
all. It
think
don't
should
seem like-
bother him. I don't think it would help. I would tell you this now, Jason. Even if you weren't thinking of doing it, go the fuck on tour right now, nigga.
That's it.
Go on tour right now. You'll sell
Shit.
tickets just because women want to see the dude live with the anaconda.
He'll sell more than tickets.
There you go. Yeah, he will. I don't know if the nigga dating or not, but I feel sorry for your girl
I
or
mean,
your wife or whatever.
hey,
If you are,
well-
because I know she's hearing it right now. You know what I mean? And,
Good
and
for him.
those.
And he has not been silent about it either. So I applaud him for that because
Oh, he is married. He's
good
dating.
for him.
Sorry, he's dating.
Well, whatever he's doing, good for him.
Are you fucking kidding me? Wow. Okay, now.
Who's he dating?
She looks Asian.
That's what I'm saying.
She got a see-through shirt,
Okay.
and all you see is nipples.
Okay, so then she's showing her nipples and she's fine. She has her Instagram up. And he just showed everything covered.
What is that's the thing? And I do want to say this. Don't get caught out there, ladies, with photos like this. Some nigga shits is real, some ain't. I'll say,
Is what
don't
it is.
yeah. Don't be fooled by gray sweatpants like y'all women into. Look at the bulge and look how the dick's swinging. and,
I don't know.
yeah,
anymore.
you don't know what's real, what's not.
I
But
just
hey,
was told by my friend the other day, she saw some guy with a gray sweatpants. She was like, Michelle, I saw this guy, but you want to hear a joke? I was like, okay, what happened? She's like, he had something there that fell. I was like, he might have put a sock in it to think that he has a big penis.
unfortunately, that's how a
So-
lot of men try to catch a woman's
Hello?
attention.
Like,
But hey, man, you got money. Start your own. What's name? Have everyone go to your site because you are young, you are popular, you are very talented. Instead of continuously tracking more money, more efforts towards all these other entities, track it to just your one source.
mm-hmm.
Like you can't go on any other source right now and hear a Jay-Z song. You can hear a Jay-Z featured song,
Mm-hmm.
but you can't
He's
hear a
smart.
Jay-Z song.
He's smart.
So listen, look what this man went from street corner to a fucking billionaire. If you're gonna follow a footstep, follow the right fucking footstep. All right, y'all. So I want to thank everyone for
Thank you for
chilling
having
out
me.
with us. Thank you, Michelle,
Thank you, Miss
for,
Erica, for letting me
coming through
fill half of
and
your
Phil.
seat. I
punk
hope
ass.
your
Hope everything
family
get better. Don't worry
gets
about
better.
that. Same
Miss
thing with,
Miss Goddess,
everything
I
gets
hope
better.
everything gets better to you, for you guys too, and also thank you for my party. I had a blast on my birthday.
Now,
and-
shout out to our RAP, man. Just because, like,
R.I.P. is
I
my
didn't really
awesome.
realize it was crazy because sometimes when you're doing so much and a lot of things going on, you don't really realize what was put together. And he was like, "Yo, do you just realize what fucking happened in there, or what kind of like situation happened?" Shout out to again for Face coming through.
Romano Ivory, thank you.
Shout out to Romano.
You have never disappointed
Yo,
me or
he has
let
the
me
One of the
down.
greatest voices. I'm
You
like,
are the most epic person.
Yeah, man. Yo, when he
your
starts
voice
singing, the
just
faces.
sits with me for
yeah.
days and years to come. So I wish you the best on your journey, because I hope we will be part of your journey eventually.
Shout out to Eugene. Came through, show some
Yes,
love.
Happy holidays if I don't see anybody or
Right.
hear from
Oh,
you
shit, I
guys.
forgot, yeah. Also, shout out to Choice. He had something
Choice.
came out. Shout out to Billboard P.
Billboard P.
Something came up at the last minute, but thank you, fellas.
Thank you guys.
And apologies to those individuals who felt snubbed or whatever. What I need y'all to understand is this wasn't. And people know when we put on something, we promote the shit out of it. This was a private event. And what people have to understand is you have a lot going on, just like we have a lot going on. And a lot of times we don't want to.
I would have wanted the 120 people
Yeah,
that I
you know
have
what I
in my life that I know that are artists, but it's impossible. It has to be a theater to make
Well,
that
it was
that
just
happen.
more lines of y'all guys have a lot of things going on, and the fact that it was done on a Sunday and the time it was done, we reached out to people that didn't have. They are still popular, still talented, but again, don't take any slides or what's name to it. At the end of the day, you know. There's always love, and
Yep.
we always have shit going on.
We
So
love
know
you
that.
all.
Y'all gonna
Happy
get okay.
holidays, guys. I'm
Peace
out.